Good day everyone. Today, we will be talking about Philippine government and contemporary social issues. So before we start, let's have an overview on why social studies is important in Philippine government. So social studies helps us understand how society functions. So it studies government, economy, history, and culture. So today I will be discussing about how the Philippine government works and the major social issues affecting our countries. What is government? So government is a system that manages and leads a country. So it creates laws, implement policies, and ensures peace and order. Without government, society would lack organization and protection. So, what is the purpose of the government? The main purpose of the government is to serve the people. It maintains peace and orders, protects human rights, provides public service, and promotes national development. So you might ask, what is the Philippine political system? So the Philippine political system is a democratic republic. This means that leaders are elected by people and sovereignty belongs to the citizen. Democracy allows people to participate in decision making. Next, we have the 1987 Constitution. So the 1987 Constitution of the Philippines is the supreme law of the land. It defines the structure of the governments and protects the fundamental rights of the citizen. It ensures separation of powers among branches. The Philippine government has three branches: executive, legislative, and judicial. So this division prevents concentration of power. Each branch has specific duties and responsibilities. First, we have the executive branch. The executive branch is led by the President. Currently, the President of the Philippines is Ferdinand Marcos Jr. This branch implements and enforces laws for the country. The second is legislative branch. It is composed of Senate and House of Representatives. Together, they form the Congress of the Philippines. Their main role is to create and amend laws. The last one is the judicial branch. Judicial branch interprets laws and ensures that they follow the Constitution. The highest court in the country is the Supreme Court of the Philippines. It protects justice and constitutional rights. Next one, we have the checks and balances. Checks and balances allow each branch to limit the powers of the others. For example, the President can veto laws, but Congress can override the veto. So this system prevents abuse of the power. And we also have the local government units. Local government units or LGU includes provinces, cities, municipalities, and barangays. They are guided by the Local Government Code of 1991. LGUs bring government services closer to the people. Citizens play a vital role in society by voting responsibly and choosing leaders wisely. They should obey laws and maintain peace and order, stay informed about current issues to make good decisions, and actively participate in community activities to promote cooperation and positive change. So now let's proceed to the contemporary social issues in the Philippines. So what is social issues? So social issues are problems that affect many people in the society. These require collective action from the government and citizens to solve effectively. First, we have poverty. Poverty remains a major issue in the Philippines. Many families struggle with limited income, poor housing, and lack of access to healthcare and education. Next, we have the education inequality. There is an unequal access to quality education, especially between rural and urban areas. Programs like K-12 program aim to improve learning outcomes. The third one is unemployment. Unemployment affects economic growth and family stability. When people do not have jobs, it may increase poverty and social inequality. Next one is corruption. Corruption is the misuse of public power for personal gain. It weakens trust in government and slows national development. Next, we have human rights. Human rights guarantee freedom, equality, and dignity. These rights are protected under the Constitution and by institutions like Commission of Human Rights. Next, we have the civic engagement. Civic engagement means active participation in society. Voting, community involvement, and advocacy help strengthen democracy. Next, we have the youth participation. The youth play an important role in national building. Through organizations, leadership activities, and discussions, young people can influence positive change. So what is the role of social studies? Social studies helps or develop critical thinking and awareness. It prepares students to become responsible, informed, and active citizens. So as a future educators, we must promote democratic values and social responsibilities. We guide students in understanding their rights and duties as a citizen. So in conclusion, the government plays a vital role in shaping society. Social issues require cooperation between leaders and citizens. As a future teachers, we help build a more informed, active, and responsible generations. So that would be all. Thank you.